Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to do a reading for, not Scorpio, I just did Scorpio, for Sagittarius. So if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, maybe it's your North Node, maybe you just know a Sag, stick around. There might be a message in this reading for you. All right, so hold on. Let me see if I can pull myself up here. All right, so I am in the chat as Sunstar, if anybody wonders. Anyway, I am reading for Sagittarius. Okay, so let's start with your thumbnail, Sagittarius. What a great thumbnail. We have, the most wasted of all days is one without laughter. So have some fun this week. I mean, honestly, when we get a message like that, it's just like we have to say, are we having fun? When was the last time I had a real big belly laugh, So I'm going to encourage all of you Saggies, actually all of you guys, to, find something to laugh about at least once a day. I had a friend of mine when I was really depressed. He says, he's like, just watch comedies, even if you don't want to laugh. He says, like, even if they're stupid, just do something to make you laugh. And it helped. It really helped. Anyway, Sag, so we're starting out with that kind of an energy for you to have some fun. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful to each and every one of you for coming in, tuning in, being a part of my channel, all that good stuff. Really, really appreciate you. All right, Saggy, let's see. It's a short little cut. Let's see. First card out for you is the Eight of Pentacles coming in reverse to the Seven of Cups. Some of you are wondering what to do for work. I don't know what to do for work. What should I do for work? I'm out of work. I don't know whether I should, take a trip now because I don't have a job, and I might as well take advantage of it, or I don't know. But I feel like some of you Sagittarians might find yourself out of a job. And then wondering what to do. So that's not for everyone. I see a good outcome. All right. So let's be optimistic and stay positive. All right. We have the Sun card coming out. I like that. So even though, listen, you may have lost a job and you're out of job. Now you have the opportunity to do something you always really wanted, because I see here a victory. So all is not lost. If anything, you might be now set up in a position to finally do something you've always wanted to do, right? So you're looking at all the options here, and, you wondering, it's because there is already something that you can do. There's already something you're really good at. There's already something that I think people know that you are good at. So why not do that? All right. Thanks, Mark. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, you've got to, really kind of look at what you can do, not what's not out there. All right? Because sometimes, when these things happen, and now, because here, you were doing good. I mean, King of Pentacles, everything was good. And then all of a sudden, boom, what? You don't have work, you don't have money. You are really recognized for something that you're good at, all right? Whether you don't realize it or not. I mean, it could be something like, you never realized how good you were, at making crafts until you made this one thing for this person and everybody wanted it. Well, maybe you should make that, or maybe you never realized how good you were, as, a guide or a tour guide. And you find yourself, always taking people around and showing them the sights, things like that. I mean, there's something you do that's very, very good that people like that you do that puts you in the limelight, and maybe now it's time to do it. As long as you were doing this other job, you weren't going to do this thing that would have put you on stage where everybody would recognize you. So I feel as if, whatever tragedy has just happened for you, Sagittarius, whatever turn of events, bad luck, if that's what you want to call it, I think it's because it is pushing you towards this new thing that you're supposed to do, that you're destined to, because this is success. This is you really being able against all odds, to make something happen. So, and here, the Magician, look. You have this, I got chills, the Six of Wands with the Magician. Whatever you do, I mean, you put yourself out there, you're going to be a success. All right? There's no turning back. Judgment card here, all right? When we are, thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like I had a job, all right? I used to work in the factory in Flint, Michigan, all right? Making automotive car paint. It was the most awful job you could ever imagine, right? And I quit that job. everybody thought I was crazy because it was a high paying job, you know, doing this crummy job, but I hated it. I mean, I hated every moment I was in there. You know, and then, you know, they had this big layoff. I didn't get laid off. I was really so sad I didn't get laid off. I really want to be laid off. And eventually I ended up quitting. That's how miserable I was, you know, and from there I started my journey at becoming an artist. You know, it's like, well, what do I do now? I'm going to do what I know what to do. I'll paint, I'll draw pretty pictures. You know, and, you know, so this is how, you know, we grow into a new phase. And I feel like this is what's happening to you. You lost this job. Yeah, it was good money. It was everything. It was a job. You weren't happy at it. Let it go. All right. You know, let it go. Because I feel now, you know, there's this opportunity for you to finally move and do something that you've always wanted to do. Now, I feel like, you know, it's not as easy as I'm making it out to be, right? Because there could be a partnership involved. We have the Lover's card here. It's reversed. We have a Knight of Swords. You know, this is an energy of somebody who, you know, maybe has other feelings about, you know, things and what it is that you are doing, you know, and, you know, you're not on the same page. Because I feel as if, you know, everything that's happening right now, Five of Swords, you feel like you've just lost everything. You've lost your person. They're not on board with you. You lost your job. You know, it's almost as if somebody out there really hit bottom, you know, and it's like, I just don't know what to do. And listen, your final outcome, you're going to end up so happy as a result of whatever is going on right now. All right. So, you know, they say trust the process. I'm going to tell you, trust the process. You know, we are in a place right now where we have two eclipses. We had a lunar eclipse, and now we're moving into a solar eclipse. These are endings and beginnings. You know, these things come up for us to, you know, really kind of help us grow. And then we also have, you know, the Venus retrograde, and that's a mess, you know. Don't get your hair cut during a Venus retrograde, you know. You know, we have Mercury retrograde, all these things, you know. And I think you're just like, when am I going to be, you know, when am I going to come out on top? I see you coming out on top, all right, Sag? I really, really do. I see you coming out a winner. You just need to, like I said, really trust this process, that it is going to lead to something that is going to be so much better and more in line with your energy and what you really want to do, you know? And, you know, a long time ago, someone said to me that if I wanted to get a job, like, in the art museum, then apply to be the janitor. You know, just get into wherever it is that you want to do, you know, and work your way up that way. I see a lot of communication, bottom of the deck. There is an awful lot of movement. Once you start making the steps to move, I think things will start to work for you. But you have to, like, make the effort. You have to put yourself out there, you know? So, yeah. You know, I mean, all of this energy here, and there's a lot of fear out there. I mean, you know, of, you know, am I going to be able to find enough? You've got to find you, all right? Because something you do, Sagittarius, is going to make you, you know, well known or put you on top and, you know, make you really, you know, someone in your field. But like I said, you know, if you've got to move in that direction, you know, and, you know, even if you're the janitor at the art museum, one day you're going to own that museum. You know, it's one of those kind of things. So great success for you. A lot of things that will manifest for you. This is all really, really good. And I feel like, you know, your bad luck or this bad energy or phase that has happened, I feel like it's about to turn. Because you are ending with this bright energy of the Sun card. So stick it out. You're going to be all right, and trust the process. All right, listen, that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope this resonated with someone. If it did, great. If it didn't, that's okay. All right, please take what works and leave what doesn't. All right, hit that like button right up there, right there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference for my channel. But I'm going to turn my attention to you guys in the chat right now. Let me clear the energies, burn a little cedar here. Take a look at what you guys have in the chat. Dorky, welcome in. Dorky, that's a dorky statement. All right, Marina de la Rosa, Spiritual Tarot. Thank you. Thank you. Dorky, someone else said it means son of a bitch. I think that you guys right, but I don't know. Dorky, you need to behave or I'm going to make you go away, all right? So I'll say that much. Susan, welcome in. The political stuff is making you crazy. Listen, don't engage. You know, they are doing a lot out there, trying to desensitize us, trying to pit us one against the other. You know, I mean, we are really having to stand in our power and in our truth. You know, but yeah, I try not to listen to too much of it, you know, because when I'm not listening to it, my life is very nice. And I think we all need to do that. Turn it off. You know, they want you to engage. They want you to get all upset over all of this, you know, and I think, you know, if we're going to engage, we need to engage on how to make some changes, you know. I have a friend right now going to Denver, going up there to listen to Bernie. I said, you come back and give us all good ideas. Anyway, just hang tight. Yep, Marina, you were so right. But Susan, you want me to pull some cards for you? Because I'm sorry that you've lost your job, your person, and your health. You know, because that's like the three big ones. So I think, you know, we need to help you turn it around. So if you'd like, and please don't get engaged with that political stuff. That's not going to help your health at all. You know, if anything, you know, turn it to the positive. Turn it to, you know, the beautiful tree outside your window, you know, really focus your attention on those things that make you feel good and that are uplifting, especially if you're not feeling good and you're down and out. And if you're Sagittarius, I hope you heard that message that I did. There's something that you can do that will, you know, take care of you, because I do see success, the world. This is flown out for you, Susan, the world card. It is reversed. It's coming to a close. It's almost there. Like I said, I feel as if, Susan, you really need to just, you know, find the positives and the gratitude for what you do have. You know, be thankful that you can sit here and type and say something and engage. To me, that's a gift, you know, because you're not alone, because I'm happy to help. You know, so, yeah, it's one of those kind of things, Susan. You know, you're never alone. Look for the positive. Find the gratitude in absolutely everything, you know, even washing dishes. You know, the feeling of the water running over your hands, or what it feels like to put your hands in soapy water. You know, just gratitude is going to help start to change you around. Hi, Shahida. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. It's Friday here where I'm at, and I've got an appointment this afternoon, and then the weekend begins. Yay! Although you know, one day is like another day to me. How are you doing, Shahida? We've got Dorky in the house who's, you know, asking some dorky questions. You're enjoying? Good. Good. Anyway, you got a question, Shahida? Does anybody out there have a question? Because if not, I'm going to pop off. And probably pop back in and do a reading for Capricorn. I'm trying to catch up and close this week up. Oh, thank you, Marina. Just try to be a good person. All right, a yes or no question. All right, I'll just pull a card, and I'll tell you whether it's yes or no. All right, Shahida? Hi, Miss Yadav. How are you? All right, Shahida wants a yes or no question. Up for yes? Lala, love me or not in a relationship. Is up for yes and reverse for no. Ooh, that one almost wanted to come out. Let's see what's coming out for Shahida. Upright for yes, reversed for no. And let's see what the card is. Ooh, we got a couple cards. And they both come up yes. Look at this, Shahida. This is really a great energy. All right, we have the Page of Wands and we have the Two of Cups. Look at that. I see you going out to dinner, having a really lovely time. So yes, he does love you, you know. So the Page of Wands, I feel like this could be the beginning of something because the Page is a young energy. But there's passion there. And I think the two of you really enjoy your company. You know, and this could be one of those relationships where once you guys hook up, there may be no turning back. So I do like that for you. So love is definitely in the air for you, Shahida. Thank you, Laura Vega. Yeah. You're Priya. Krishka thinking good about you after seeing my your WhatsApp status. Love you back, Shahida. Thanks for coming in. Hit that like button for me. Make my numbers grow. That's what I would love to see you guys do. Help my numbers grow. All right, Miss Yada, let's see. What's he thinking good about you after seeing the WhatsApp? No. Look at this. Page of Pentacles. What happened with that? Uh-oh. Look what happened. Miss Yadaf, are you looking? Look, do you see what you're looking like? Oh, disappointment. You know, I wouldn't count too much on this person, you know, because I just see you being disappointed and I don't see him coming through. The Page of Pentacles usually is about, you know, starting something that maybe could be, you know, build into something, and I just don't see it. I don't see it, especially you coming out with the Five of Cups. You know, you end up feeling like you got stood up. He may stand you up. I don't like this for you, Miss Yadaf. No. So, you know, this isn't going good for you. Which cards? Both of these cards. Do you see? Both of these cards. See you? You're sitting here looking at these spilled cups. You know, waiting for this person who's not going to show up for you. Yeah, so that's what I see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card coming in reversed. You know, you're going to act like it's okay, but it's not. It's going to really bother you. So, yeah, be careful with this one. No, the Five of Cups is, you know, is not about missing cards. The Five of Cups is about, you know, being disappointed, feeling like, you know, you're alone in a relationship, being depressed, not being happy. And then the Sun card coming in reversed says on the outside you act like everything is good and happy, but on the inside you're not happy. And this person, I see them not being kind to you. All right, Marina de la Rosa. Let's see. Let me pull a card for you on your friends. Let's see. Marina de la Rosa, Spiritual Tarot. Maybe you can pull a card for me, huh? I'd like that. Hi, Javon. How are you? Welcome in. I am pulling a card on Marina de la Rosa, Spiritual Tarot. She's got a couple friends. We just need to know whether she should be the one to reach out or maybe let them come to her. And what we have here is, look, it doesn't matter, all right? I see that you have 3 friends, all right? Here they are, all 3 of you having a good time. Regardless of who reaches out first, it doesn't matter, all right? I feel like it's all good, all right? Nobody's keeping tabs, but enjoy the company. I mean, look, you guys are really, really great friends. I love this for you. That's a great card. You know, just be friends and don't keep tabs on who texts first and who reaches out first. You know, don't do that. All right, you'll be good. All right, Marina, you pull a card for me. I don't have it. Just a general anything. You can pull a general card for me and put it in the chat. All right. Barack, how about their financial year? Whose financial year? Your financial year, your mom's financial year, your sister's financial year, your friend's financial, whose year? Who are we talking about, Barack? I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. A little clarity. I'm waiting for just a little bit of clarity. I only got chakra cards right now. I'll pull a card for you. Okay, good. See if my chakras are spinning. For the longest time, Marina, my root chakra, my lower 3 chakras were not spinning. I was a mess. I was a mess. A lot of times when you see that kind of energy with the chakras, you know, really being blocked in the lower energies, you know, people are kind of lost mentally, you know, because you're spiritually, you're all great, you know, as long as you're not on the planet Earth, you're fine. You're a Sagittarius. Wow. Did you happen to listen to the Sagittarius reading? Because it was all about you not having a job and finding something really successful, and then you were going to have this really great life. Anyway, I see good things for a Sagittarius. But let's see what cards come out for you, Brad. Let's see what cards come out for you, Brad. Finances. How is his financial year going to look like? Oh, I just saw the 7 of Cups. All right, see, the Star card. You're going to have to be more hopeful. You're going to have to be optimistic. And this is what came out in the reading. All right? You've got to really find the positives. You have got to find and put some space between, you know, your feelings. Because financially, I feel like it could be stressful for you. All right? But, you know, you can't lose sight. Because I feel as if, you know, you need to put some distance between you and whatever is going on, so that you can see the problems, so that you can fix them. But I do see you pulling out with some wish coming true for you. So, and I think I pulled a card for you before that came out like that. So yeah, I just feel as if, you know, what doesn't look very hopeful in your finances, I feel like it does turn, especially by summer. I mean, this is a very summer type of image. So that's what I'm feeling for you. Spow, how are you? Welcome in. You're a Taurus. I love Taurus. Because I'm an earth sign. I'm a Capricorn. So I get along really well with my other earth signs. My Taurus, my Virgos. I actually get along with pretty much all the signs. Is there a sign that I don't get along with? Not really, you know, because I think we're all so complex. I get along with almost anybody. Anyone else out there have a message or a question that they would like me to answer or pull a card for? I'd be happy to. If not, I'm going to pop off and I'll come back on here in a little bit. Yeah, you know, don't lose hope, Wrath, all right? Because, you know, it's like that Star card comes in upside down and it's just like I see you like, oh no. Hey, Gerline, welcome in. I love your name. Gerline. Lotus Sutra. Great fortune, my friend. For me, I hope so. I've been so broke. I can't even tell you how broke I've been. I have been so broke. Excuse me, and sick. All right, Gerline, I'm shuffling cards for you. Grateful, thankful for all the messages for Gerline. What can you tell me for Gerline? She just wants a general reading. Nothing fancy, just a general. All right, let's see. General reading for you. Oh my gosh, look at that. Those are some great cards. You have the 10 of Pentacles with the Strength card. So listen, Gerline, I feel as if, you know, you have the ability, you know, to make some money. I mean, really. And if there's been some trouble and you've been wondering whether or not you're going to pull out of, you know, whatever with money, I see a lot of money coming towards you. And I see you being able to handle a really tough situation. So I like that for you. I like that you've got the 10 of Pentacles, because this is what you need. And the fact that the Strength card comes in just in the nick of time, I think that's good for you. I'm going to pull one more card. 7 of Pentacles. Just be patient, because everything that you are doing right now to really make this money, it's happening, all right? And it's working. Everything you were doing is working, and I see it working out really well for you. So, Lotus Sutra. Great fortune for you, Gerline, says Lotus Sutra. Absolutely, I accept it. Oh, I got chills on that. Thank you. I got chills. I've always believed that, you know, I would have to work, you know, for it. It was never just going to come land in my lap. And I am doing everything that I love to do in the hopes that what I love to do is going to turn around and take care of me. And one of the things I love to do, honestly, is to come here and read for you guys. Like, I love to be on live. It's just, it's like I got over my fear of not being live, and now I really enjoy coming on here. And I just really have a good time, and I really feel like this is why I believe I will have that fortune. Yeah, you have to keep that positive mindset. See, right now, I believe we are in a place where we have a choice. We can be in a high vibration or a lower vibration. The lower vibration is us feeling fear, anxiety, stress, and worry, and all of that. That high vibration is being positive. It's about saying, you know, it's all going to work out. I'm going to be okay. I've always been okay. I'm going to continue to be okay. The power of positivity, I mean, it is everything that you need to really pull you through some of the darker times. That gratitude, you know, just having empathy, just being positive, truly, truly, you know, and above all, you know, love is the highest vibration. And if you have love in your heart, nothing can hurt you. I mean, seriously, it really cannot. You know, because love is that high vibration. Anyway. Hi, magpie. Welcome in. I love magpies. They're some of my favorite birds. They're known around here as, you know, the gossiping birds. They chit-chat. I love the magpies. Nice community of birds. We have magpies, ravens, and crows. And, you know, in the area that I live in, I mean, I almost think that it's like our state bird is the raven. They're so smart, those magpies, you know, and the crows. I have 2 crows that live and go for a walk with me, and the dogs. They're great. Right here. Oh, thank you, Marina. I like that you pulled the solar plexus twice. Yeah, the magpies, they sure have a lot of personality. I sure do love them. You know, I live in northern New Mexico, and in most of the paintings of landscape paintings of some of the old painters, you will always see a magpie in most of them somewhere, you know. And then if not a magpie, you will see a lot of crows and ravens. Anyway, I'm a raven. I'm Raven Blackstar. Anyway, thank you for that, Marina. Las Cruces. Hey, neighbor. You're in the south and I'm in the north. Hi there. What's a fallen dark angel? Have you seen the Crow Tarot deck? I have seen it. You know, it's funny. I saw the Crow Tarot deck at this one shop in Mount Shasta. I was in Mount Shasta, and I went back to buy it, and somebody had bought it. But I've never picked it up. Do you have that, Magpie? Do you like it? I have a lot of decks, and, you know, that's on my list to get. What's a fallen dark angel? You know, a fallen dark angel, I feel like, are, you know, those people that we see on the streets, like the homeless, you know, the ones that struggle with mental illness. A lot of times the dark angel can be like our veterans, you know, where they've gone to serve our country and come back broken. You know, the homeless, you know, there's people that, you know, had money at one time, and, you know, and when they had their money, life was good and they were good in it, and, you know, and then something happens and they lose their homes. I mean, a lot of us are fallen angels, you know, but all fallen angels can get back up. Just know that. Well, don't regret it. You know, there's something to be learned in everything. You know, I grew up Catholic. You know, and I was the one person never got into Jesus. You know, I just never found Jesus. I still haven't found Jesus, and I don't think I ever will. You know, and I'm okay for it. All right. You know, and I just feel like, you know, a lot of these things, tarot cards and these other divination tools, you know, people give too much power to them. You know, it's a card, you know, with a picture on it. You go to an art museum, you go and you read a picture. I can go to an art museum and I will tear apart a picture that somebody painted, and I can read exactly what's going on. It tells a story. Oh, I'm back. Look, I'm back. Oh my gosh, I was just putting in here that sometimes when I get a phone call, because I do this off of my phone, it just kind of blips out and then I come right back. Um, anyway, I am still here and I'm still happy to pull some cards for you guys. All right, let's see. I'm glad you didn't get rid of your crystals. I mean, you know, these are beautiful things, you know, that, you know, just don't hurt anyone. But, you know, honestly, if anybody really wants to find, you know, their spirituality, just sit down and be quiet. It's as simple as that. Um, thank you, Lotus. A tool, angel guidance. Okay. I love to pull the angel cards. My angels get all excited. They get all excited. All right, let's pull a card for a tool. A tool. We want some angel guidance for you, a tool. Let's see what's going on. The Emperor reversed. Okay, so listen, I'm going to tell you something a little hard here, all right, Atul? So with this card of the Emperor reversed, right, this could be you, this could be your father, but it's a difficult energy because this is somebody who has an awful lot of power and they misuse it. So if this is you and you do have a lot of power over other people, you know, just be careful how you use that power, because when we see the Emperor coming in reversed, I feel as if, you know, it becomes a more selfish kind of an energy, and it's one where there doesn't have that warmth and feeling to it. So Atul, I ask you please, you know, whoever this might be, have some compassion and patience with somebody who may be a little difficult. But, you know, if this is your father or somebody in charge, you know, there just may be a very difficult energy to contend with. So, but if it is you, I just want you to just be aware that maybe you can soften a little bit. You know, you can always catch more flies with honey than, you know, with whatever. What do you catch them with if you don't have honey? Anyway. RK, you see angel number 1221 everywhere. That's good. Let's see, what is that? That adds up to 3 and 3, 6. That's a nice number. That's a nice number. I don't know much about numerology, but I think, you know, when you have the 3, 6, 9s, those are magic numbers. And the 6 is more about having the balance. You're welcome. Marina de la Rosa. With a name like that, how can you not be living a pleasurable life? You have such a beautiful name. All right. Affirmation of you. Let's pull an angel card for you on whether or not you are living a pleasurable life. A pleasurable life. Let's see. Oh, I like this. Look at this. The Hierophant. You know, Marina, this is such a beautiful card because this is truly being aligned with your spirit. You know, I mean, the Hierophant is about a higher calling. It's about aligning with a higher purpose. And sometimes it could be with, you know, an organization or, you know, just with another person. But I love this energy for you. So this is the best affirmation you could definitely get for a pleasurable life, Marina. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the card pull. I really appreciate it. I feel my solar plexus just kind of opening up. Oh, good. To catch flies with honey, then with vinegar. Thanks. Now I'll remember that. Yeah, that was a nice card pull, Marina, I have to say. That was a very nice one. What's coming towards you? Prina, welcome in. Xiphon City. Where is Xiphon City? So intriguing. Oh, thanks, Michael. All right, let's see. Prina. What's coming towards Prina? I love that you guys are sticking around. I've got just a little bit more time before I've got to run out to town, but I'm happy to hang out here. New Zealand. Oh, how nice. Nice to have you in. All right, let's see. Prina, what's coming towards you? Let's see. Inquiring minds want to know what's coming towards. Oh, thanks, Magpie. Prina. All right, listen, Prina, I see that there is a little bit of trouble. I think you might have to go back to a situation that you thought was over. All right, Prina, because this is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords talks about going away from a troubled energy to a place that's a lot more, calm and peaceful. And it comes in reverse. So I feel as if, you've left and now you might have to return to this. It could be around a situation. We have the Hierophant here. It could be around a situation with a marriage or somebody in your family. But I feel like it's going to work out in the end. All right. So even though you may not want to go back to this situation, I feel like it will have a real good outcome. And I also see for you, Prina, that you might have you might work maybe in the spiritual arts on something. If you are into the spiritual arts, like reading tarot or Reiki or massage, I feel like you could really find some good work with that. So I do like that for you. So that's what I see coming towards you. All right, Prina. Thanks, Magpie, for subbing. I really appreciate my new subscribers. I think I looked the other day, I had like 316 new subscribers. I'm so excited. I haven't seen a number like that in a long, long time. I've been on YouTube, oh gosh, going on maybe 8 years. And when I first came on, it was really easy to get, people to subscribe. And then all of a sudden the algorithm shift and, everything plateaued and it was just like nobody was ever seeing me. And anyway, I feel like I'm being seen again, so that's great. RK. I'm in the same predicament, Magpie. I know that I am on the brink of turning a corner and being okay and making some money. But it's taken so long. I totally feel you, Magpie. Man, I'm right there with you. But let's go to RK. Let me see what's going on with RK, and I'll come back to you guys underneath him, all right? You don't want to go back. All right, let's see. RK, I want to know what's coming towards you, all right? Let's see what's coming towards you. We've got the Page of Pentacles coming in reversed. So, when you see the Page of Pentacles, it's a message, all right? It could be, about a young kid, but I'm feeling like this is a message for you. Maybe you applied for a job. I don't feel like you're going to get that job. And then I see you sitting on the fence here trying to figure out, like what's next. What is next? I see good cards for you. Listen, I'm going to encourage you, RK, to not listen to others, all right? Because I feel like you're going to make a decision that's going to bring you a lot of independence, all right? And even though this Page of Pentacles comes up as something that you may have wanted to get in a job or whatever, it forces you to make a decision that is going to really bring you into a place where you're going to find some stability. This is a card of having money and stability and being able to afford things. So I see that coming for you. But this need for you to not listen to what other people are saying, you really got to pay attention to that, right, RK? Don't listen to others. All right, I think they just confuse you. All right, that's what I got for you, RK. Thanks, Marina, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. I'm having a good time today with you guys. I look like I'm 32. Oh my gosh. I'm twice that. But thanks for the compliment. Oh, Marina, I would love you to be a moderator. I don't know. I think I have to do it on my phone here. Add as moderator. Okay. Can manage, but yeah, I'm going to put you as moderator. There you are. You are now a moderator. I don't know if it changes, but when you come on, you'll see that. I sure appreciate that. I would love to have a moderator. I had to get rid of one guy on one of the readings earlier today. You know, it's just like, this is to me very pleasant and enjoyable. You know, we're engaging with each other. I'm pulling cards. We're learning from each other, helping each other. This is what I want to see in my channel. Yeah. Thank you, Marina. I really appreciate that. And just so you know, I mean, generally, I'm very routine. But this is about the time you'll see me. I don't know if I'll come on very often in the evenings. Once I'm done with my readings, I kind of turn my attention to my art and the other part of my life. So I try to keep everything balanced that way. But this is when you will generally find me, is sometime around now. For me, it's in the morning. For you, it might be in the evening. I don't know. Hi, Doug. Welcome back. Hi, Katie. I love you guys are all coming in. I hope that helps you, RK. I really do. How's Doug doing today? How are you, Katie? Scandinavia. It's so like, wow. I mean, I love that everybody's from around the world. Isn't it incredible? I mean, there was a time when we would have to pick up the phone and we'd have to be very careful because we got charged for every minute that we would be talking to somebody in another state. And now we're talking to everyone around the world. Just love this. Oh, thanks for the super chat, RK. Hi, MC. Loving you back from the Southwest over here. Welcome in. We got England. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, RK, listen. You put up a super chat. I'm going to pull a card for you, all right? $1.99. Listen, it all adds up. I've got a coin jar that's taking me to Mexico in a few weeks. So, listen, I appreciate every penny. You have no idea. All right, but let's see. Current feelings of Siddharth. Is it Siddharth for you? Oh, let's see what the current feelings are. All right. Let's check that out. All right. All right, current feelings. Ooh, I think they're thinking about you. Whether you connect or not, I really feel as if they are thinking about you, RK. Because the High Priestess is a very intuitive energy. If you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. We do have the Fool card coming up reversed. But if you wonder if they think, they definitely do. They definitely do. Priya, welcome in. Colorado, Magpie. You're in Colorado? I spend a lot of time in Colorado. I often go up to Peonia and Hotchkiss. I spend a lot of time in Boulder. I've got lots of friends in Boulder. Don't like Denver so much. I also have dear friends in Alamosa. Where are you from? I might see you on the road. We can wave to each other. You're missing him. I'm sorry, Apura. All right, Priya, let's see what Swarmins. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. Oh, you're by Estes Park. Oh, that's nice. Next time I go up to Boulder, I'll let you know I'm coming that way. Sometimes I go up that way and I'll do readings. Last year I was asked to, do a tarot event thing. Anyway, I'm out and about in Colorado. Sometimes I even do sound healing, Magpie. So if I'm ever up that way doing a sound healing in Boulder, I will let you know. All right, well, who was I looking for? Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do about it, Priya. I mean, I try. All right, we're looking for his current feelings for you. Sorry. Current feelings, the moon. Well, I think feelings are deep. You know, when we have the moon, you know, the moon card, I mean, things are, I think this person has deep feelings. You know, whether or not they can express them, I think is the bigger problem, because here you say there's no contact. I think sometimes they sit on the fence about whether or not they want to connect with you. Because Priya, they did have, you know, it's my, no, it's your crush. But yeah, I mean, they sit on the fence. I mean, when we have the Two of Pentacles, it's like, I don't know, you know, whether or not to reach out. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. The answer is no, they're not going to reach out. So, you know, it's one of those things, you know, feelings can be a lot of different ways. If he blocked you, you know, those feelings, yeah, you know, whatever it was, hit him hard. Enough to close you off. You know, it never feels good to be blocked from someone. Same to you, Lotus. It's been a real honor to have you in the chat. Thank you. Yeah. MC, you can ask. You can ask. Ask me a question. T2, your future wife. She is as beautiful as ever. I like that. Manifest that beautiful wife. You know, when you're in love, everything's beautiful. He's not going to unblock you. I don't see him unblocking you, Priya. Oh, thanks. Thanks for loving my hair. All right, MC. Will Andrew see you today? Let's see. He won't unblock you, Priya. That's what I saw. I didn't see him unblocking you. But let's see if Andrew will see you today. Right? Listen to Magpie. Will you see Andrew today? No, I don't see you seeing him today. Or tomorrow. You know, it's just one of those things. I feel as if, you know, his interest is not pointed towards you, MC, unfortunately. I just don't see it. And listen, you're avoiding a jerk. Okay? The Emperor reversed. This is not my favorite card when it comes to a personality. So, you know, it would be okay, because he wouldn't treat you nice. I'm sorry, Priya. You know, it's hard. That's a hard energy. You know, I had seen somewhere where, you know, something negative or being blocked, I mean, it truly affects you physically. You're waiting for him. Don't wait for anyone. You know, I did a reading last night for someone. She was graduating and she wanted to know a little bit more about, you know, what was going to happen afterwards. But what the cards came up with was this relationship that she was dealing with. And the message kept coming out and it was constant. It's like, do not wait for someone to keep you from your life. You know, you need to live your life. Don't let somebody keep you from living your life. Live. Today matters. Tomorrow doesn't. Yesterday is already past. Today matters. So I wouldn't wait for anyone, Priya. You know, if he one day, you know, gets in touch with you, so be it. But meanwhile, live your life. You know, because that's not healthy to be waiting for someone who wouldn't wait for you. He's not waiting for you. He blocked you. You know, so yeah, sometimes you just need to, yeah, MC, sometimes, you know, you just need to, you know, move past it. You know, I mean, we get so attached to wanting someone, you know, and it's a natural reaction. I mean, we're human. We want someone to really like us, you know, but if they're not going to be good to us, then no. Hi, Katie. Yep. Anyone else out there? Oh, look, this guy keeps coming up, Priya. Be careful. You are really stuck on this one. You want to know whether there's... See, and the thing is, you know, to know... Do you need to know? Would it help you if I told you? You know, because that Emperor keeps coming up reversed, you know. So my cards, you know, they're kind of telling me to tell you, you know, this is not one you should really wait for. And if you really want to know if he's involved with someone else, I'll pull a card. Because if that will help you move on, we'll do that. All right, Priya. Let's see whether or not he is with someone else. Look at you. Look, he's, you know, he's already moved on. You are in the energy of the Five of Cups, Priya. So look at this. You're looking at all of this sadness, these cups that have already spilt, you know, and here, this is the life that you are not looking at. You know, this is a sad energy, you know, because you are alone. This is not two people together having a good time. So, you know, he has moved on, and you need to move on as well, you know, because here it's only hurting you, and it's only keeping you from, you know, meeting that person. You know, this is your block. You need to move on. Look, these are your cards. The Chariot reverse is you not being able to. But somehow, some way, you've got to find your life again. Let me pull you one more card. Open up. It's time for you to open up to other people. You know, there's other people out there, and your person is out there. All right? And if you get stuck on this one that doesn't want to be with you, then you're going to miss that person. So let him go. If he loves you, he'll come back. And if he doesn't, it was never meant to be. Do you know that saying? You know, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be. And if it doesn't, it never was. That's what I feel you need to do. Because I want you to be happy. Oh, Titu, I'm so glad your grandma taught you the cards. Yeah. You're welcome, Priya. I try to read the cards so that people see that I'm not anything special. You know, when I show you a card, I show you the picture. And a lot of times I like to refer to the picture. I see him in communication with someone, Priya. All right? This is the Eight of Wands. So he is talking to someone. Yeah, Marina knows. She's been given good advice. But yeah, let me ask you a question, Priya. Are you talking to anyone? Priya, are you talking to anyone? I'm just wondering whether or not you have... Well, I'm trying to help you, Priya, you know. But I think it would be really helpful to just get yourself out there. Oh, no. That's terrible, T2. Oh, my gosh. That's horrible. Oh, my goodness. What a story. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's kind of scary sometimes, you know, but you know, how many times have you thought of something and it happened? Do you know what I mean? You know, sometimes, you know, we know things before it's time. Hey, listen, you guys, I'm going to pop off here because I've got something to do this afternoon. It's been really, really great being in the chat with you guys. I will be back hopefully tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Priya, get out, have some fun, meet some new people. You'll feel better about it. Thank you, Marina de la Rosa. I just love saying your name. Quinoa, welcome in. Queena, is that how you say it? Queena? Queen Adina? Welcome in, Queen Adina. All right, take care, Katie. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow, and we'll pick up where we left off today. And tomorrow we'll pull some cards for, let's see, readings tomorrow will be for Capricorn. So I'll see you all. All right, I'll see you all later. Bye, Titu. Bye, Magpie.